I'm Katie Harmon. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. I'm going to guide you through this very vigorous 60-minute full body yoga practice. This is a collection of yoga poses that I've put together over the decades. It's the form that I like, my own personal practice. So I really hope that you enjoy it. We're going to work your whole body. It's core strength, leg strength, arm strength. So I hope you really enjoy it. We're going to start off on our backs with a full body stretch. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, maybe roll out the ankles, roll out the wrists. Great. Bring your knees in, take another nice deep breath, give yourself a hug, and then rotate side to side or east to west. Really just massaging that spine, feeling your body relax. Nice. Go ahead and put your hands on top of your knees and just rotate your knees out. It doesn't matter which direction. Just kind of warming up those hip joints. Pause and go the other direction. Great. We're going to go ahead and start off with abs and get that out of the way. So come into a crunch position. Bring that left leg straight, right knee in, pull it in, and then we're just going to switch. So you're in a crunch position, right? Your shoulders are off of the mat. You're going nice and slow. It's controlled movement. Slow, controlled movement is how you build strength. So we're not flailing around. It's a very controlled pace, and you're getting a nice stretch because you're pulling that knee in each time you're doing this. And you're not holding your breath, right? We never want to out-yoga the breath. Now you want to open that leg up, the right leg, so the left leg's still off the mat, your shoulders are still off the mat. So it's the same thing, nice and slow. We're just going to crisscross. Give yourself a little pull, a little tug on your leg, nothing too aggressive each time. So what I love about this is you're working out your abs, but you're also doing a really nice hamstring stretch at the same time. We're all about efficiency here, right? Excellent. Now we're going to pause with the legs at the top. Keep your shoulders lifted. If you need to put your head down, you can. Ideally, you want to keep your head lifted. Imagine a rope hanging down from the ceiling, and you're climbing that rope. Yes, you are. You are going places. Dream about it. Use those abs. You got this. Don't give up. A little longer. You got it. Good. Whew. Excellent. Go ahead and give yourself another hug. And we're going to go ahead and transition to a tabletop position. So give me 3 rolls here to get to tabletop. So remember, with your rolls, you're not using momentum. You're using your core. One more. Beautiful. Transition into tabletop. So your hands are right under your shoulders. Your knees are right under your hips. Nice. And we're going to, of course, start with our cat and cow just to warm up that spine. So I think most of you are familiar with cat and cow, but in case you're not, you want to inhale as you come into cat pose, and then exhale as you come into cow. With your cat pose, your chin is tucked, your tail is tucked, and your shoulder blades are pressing apart. With your cow, your tail is lifted, your chin is lifted, and you're pressing your abs towards the mat. So just close your eyes here, get lost in between these 2 poses. Really connect your movement with your breath. Maybe you want to try some barrel rolls, whatever feels good in your body. Just make sure you even it out, right? Do it on both sides, whatever you're doing. Feels so good. Okay, let's pause there. Now press your left ear towards your left hip, like they're going to come together. They're never really going to touch, of course, but just make that motion. And then the other side, right hip presses towards the right ear. All right, that feels so good. Now we're going to come into our bird dog position. So really get grip with that left hand. The right arm rises, left leg rises. So you have a nice bird dog position. Now try to get your back as flat as you can. Really reach, reach, reach. And then we're going to pull it into the middle. Straighten. We're only going to do it 3 times. You got this. Pull it in, Straighten. One more time, pull it in. Great. Now when you straighten, really, really reach. Now don't come out of it, but come into cactus arm and cactus leg. And then bring it into the middle again. You got this. And up, really bring it up. No cheating here. Try to get that arm and that leg all the way up, as far as it will go. One more, hold here. Straighten again. Fantastic. Bring that right hand down, and we're gonna do 3 chaturanga dips. So elbows in tight. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. That left leg comes out. Left arm goes up. Reach up. Thread the needle. Reach up. Thread the needle. Reach up. Left hand comes down. Left foot comes up and reaches all the way over to the right and let it come down. So you could just stay right here. This feels great. Or if you want, you can press back a little bit to get deeper into that left hip stretch. Feels so nice. Maybe look over your right shoulder. Awesome. Bring that left leg back and bring it down. So go ahead and give me a child's pose in between. Good. So on the other side now, we're gonna raise left hand and right leg. Really reach, reach, reach. Get that back as flat as you can. Squeeze it in and out. And in and out. Last one, bring it in and out. Now hold, hold, hold. And cactus, both the arm and the leg. Bring it into middle and out and in, out and in. Now bring it out one more time. Then reach long, reach, reach, reach. Bring just the left hand down. 3 chaturanga dips here. 1, keep those elbows in tight. 2, 3, fantastic. Bring that right foot over to the right. Right arm goes up, reaches for the sky, and thread the needle under that left arm. Nice. 2 more times. Look up, thread the needle. Feels so good. 1 more time, reach up. Bring that right hand down, right leg up, bring it all the way around to the left side now. And you could just stay right here, or you could press back, lean back, bring your hips back a little bit, and look over your left shoulder for a deeper stretch. Fantastic. Go ahead and bring the leg down. Give me a nice child's pose. And we're gonna curl our toes under and press into our first downward facing dog of the practice. And take whatever you need here. You might need some knee bends. Bring your right leg up. Step it in front of the left. Left foot up in front of the right. Right leg up in front of the left. Left leg up in front of the right, until you're in a nice, comfortable forward fold. Nice. Now, a lot of people have back pain, but really what it is just tight hamstrings. I recommend and encourage you to just hang in a forward fold every day for a good 30 to 40 seconds every day. We're gonna just hang out here for a minute. A couple options for you. You could twist left and right, keeping your feet flat on the mat. That always feels good. You can do gorilla, where you stand on your hands, especially if you do a lot of typing. This feels so nice on the hands. If you're really working on stretching your hamstrings, you can bend your knees. You could cup your hands in your heels, and you can straighten your legs. Bring your hands between your knees, between your calves. Nice. Just hang here for a minute. Make sure you're breathing. You can just shake the head yes and no, whatever feels really good for you. Great. Now we're gonna come into that number 7 stretch. Flatten the back out. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up, reach at the top, clasp your hands. Exhale, hands to the right, hips to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the left, hips press to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, gentle back bend, nothing crazy here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Nice. Inhale, that number 7 position again, flattening the back. Exhale, release. Inhale, find your chair pose. So in chair, our weight is in our heels. Our toes are lifted, our ab is pulled in, and slightly tuck the tailbone under just a little bit. Also, make sure your shoulders are not up by your ears. So that's your chair pose. You could maybe even come down a little bit further. So we're firing up those quadriceps, right? So just to get our mind off of it, let's just do some twists. So keep the bottom exactly the same, twist to the right, bringing that arm back, bringing it forward. Now remember, your legs are not moving, just your arms are moving. Left arm back and up, great. Other side, right arm back and up, and left arm back and up. Fantastic. Come up onto your toes now. And I know this, we're gonna start our balancing series, so try not to look at me or the screen. Try to find a drishti or a spot right in front of you, about 5 feet in front of you, that's not moving, that you could really focus on. Calm your breath and calm your mind. Let your left foot come down and find the mat as your right knee lifts, right? Now I want you to pretend like you're holding a tray. There you go. Now let the right knee fall out and flex the foot. So feel free to come in and out of this pose as much as you need, right? So this is a yoga practice, not a yoga performance. So come in and out of it as much as you need. We're gonna then transition into our warrior 3. Nice and easy and calm. Make sure you're breathing. You are flying. Your arms can be in prayer or wherever you want them to be. Transition into dancer. So the left hand comes up. You grab on the inside of the right ankle. Find it. And then you're gonna press that right ankle into the hand and find that perfect balance between pressing the foot and leaning, reaching forward. Find that balance. Now the tricky part is not to slingshot out of it. Control that leg as it finds the mat, the arm reaches forward, and now you're in your crescent pose. You're doing fantastic. Reach up, get settled in this pose, find your footing, reach up, and then as you exhale, bring those shoulder blades together. Look up if it feels good to you and really shine your heart. Beautiful. Inhale, hands to prayer. Exhale, prayer twist to your left. So you're twisting towards your bent knee. You can open up your arms if you want, but make sure you're twisting from your L spine. Nice. Now, if you can't reach the floor, just use a block. So that's an option. So you can frame your foot, and then you could straighten that front leg, keeping your foot down the first time, and your right leg is up off the mat. Come forward, and now stretch the back toes, your right toes. So bend that front knee and come up on those toes. It should feel really good. Now we're gonna do that again. This time I want you to flex that front foot. And if you want, you can bring your body down towards your leg a little bit, just to deepen the stretch. Again, that's all optional. Come forward, stretch the toes out. Come neutral, so you're right in the middle. Bring the back leg down very gently, like a feather. You don't want to come crashing down on your knee. And then bring your arms up for another crescent stretch. Inhale, And as you exhale, those shoulder blades come together. Shine your heart. Bring your hands to heart center. Prayer twist to the left again, towards that bent knee. And once again, if you want, you can open the arms or not. Yogi's choice. Frame the foot again. Press back so you straighten that front leg. Maybe come down. Come forward, and this time you're really stretching that right hip. Bring it back again. This time flex that front foot. Come down if it feels good for you. Now you could go into your split pose if split is in your practice, but come to neutral, and we're gonna heel toe the foot into pigeon. So very slow and controlled, heel toe that foot over so that you come down into pigeon pose. Now, in pigeon, you can use a block as an option if you have too much of a gap right here underneath. But if you have any injuries, like maybe a left knee prior injury, you might want to do this position on your back so there's not so much compression on that knee. And I have an option for you at the bottom of the screen for that. So once you're in pigeon, you know you're in the right pose if your back leg is flat. So you don't want your back leg rolling medial or lateral. It's flat on your kneecap, basically. You're gonna bring your arms out wide, bring your body down, leading with your heart, and we're just gonna do 3 waves. So lead with the nape of the neck, up to the third eye, bring it down, leading with the heart. The third eye comes down last, so that's 2. Bring it up with the nape of the neck, bring the third eye up, and then bring it down with the heart. Fantastic. Come to neutral, let the right shoulder dip down, look over your left arm. Beautiful. Come up, bring the left shoulder down, left shoulder dip, look over the right arm. Fantastic. Now this is the tricky part. We're gonna pick all of this up, our leg and everything. So put your hands underneath your shoulders, right? Curl those back toes under, lift everything up, keeping that knee bent, coming into your 3-legged dog. So keeping your knee bent, we're gonna do 3 hip rotations, whichever direction, doesn't matter, just do 3. Good, pause, opposite direction, really good. 3, fantastic. Straighten the leg. Now, left knee finds the left elbow in a plank pose. Press it back. Left knee finds the right elbow in a plank pose. Press it back. Now left knee comes straight down the middle for your cheetah pose. Really press the mat away, separate your shoulder blades. Press the leg back. Now you can bend the leg and flip your dog if this is in your practice, but again, it's all optional. Or maybe you want to do rock star if that's something that you're working on. Fantastic. Bring the leg up one more time. And now we're gonna do our 3 spinal waves. So bend your knees, bring the hips way up, roll the wave forward, and then your chin comes up. Bend the knees, pull the wave back, roll the wave forward, chin comes up. If this is not your jam, you can just do some push-ups, but this is actually really effective. I love the spinal wave. Roll it forward, fantastic. So now bring your knees down so that you're back in your tabletop position. And let's just massage the calves. So just kind of hit the mat with the top of your feet. Nothing too crazy, don't hurt yourself. And then massage the massage your calf on the left with the top of your right foot. So you're just kind of tapping your calf on the left with your top of your right foot. And then we're gonna switch. So your left calf is being massaged now. Feels good, right? I love it. All right, so from here, we're just gonna do a nice child's pose. Curl the toes under. come back into your downward facing dog. Come into your plank pose. Hold for a beat. Bend the elbows into your drop plank. And then press into your cobra or up dog, whichever is in your practice. Now bring it all the way down to the mat. Bring your arms to a cactus pose. And we're gonna lift everything up off the mat for our back series. So the only thing on the mat is like your hip bones, right? So you're lifting, peeling everything up off the mat. Relax down. Now bring your arms to a T shape. Do that again. Hold, hold, hold. Fantastic. Relax everything down. Now bring your arms down by your side so your palms are facing up. And let's do that one more time. And as you do this video more, you can maybe just hold it the whole time and not take the pauses in between. Still move your arms, but just hold it the whole time as your back strengthens. And release. Now bend your knees, find your ankles, the outside of your ankles, you're grabbing on the outside. If this is too much, you could always use a strap, and then press your feet into your hands to come into your bow pose. Love this pose. Okay, release out of that. Bring your hands down. Curl your toes under. You can come through your knees if you want to, or just press straight up into your extended plank position. Downward facing dog. Now you want to come way up on your tippy toes, look forward, bend your knees, hop or step up to the front of your mat. Give me that half lift pose. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. How are you doing? Now that you're all warmed up, we are going to do all of that on the other side, but I thought right now might be a good time to set your intention. What are your intentions for this practice? Is there anything that you're working on that you want to maybe overcome or maybe achieve? Maybe it's a difficult conversation that needs to be had. Whatever it is in your life that you're trying to work on right now, imagine yourself doing that, achieving that. Set it in your mind. If none of that resonates with you, that's okay. Just come to a place of gratitude. It's so important to start each day in a place of gratitude. So just let that settle in for a moment. If you need to towel off or take a sip of water, this is a good time. So we're going to go ahead and bring the arms up. Inhale, clasp at the top. Exhale, hands come to the right, hips press to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands to the left, hips to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, gentle back bend. Good. Hands back to center. And then one more time, inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to give me a nice, gentle forward fold. Inhale, number 7, stretch, flatten out the back. Exhale, release. As you inhale, you're going to find that chair. Fantastic. So let's get comfortable in our chair, right? So remember, we're light on the toes, weight is in the heels, you're tilting that pelvis under slightly, so there's no arch in the back. Your shoulders are not up by your ears. Fantastic. Warming up those quadriceps. So we're going to bring the right arm back for a right-sided twist, and up, left arm back, and up. Right arm back, and up, and left arm back, and up. Fantastic. So now, come up on those toes, and like I mentioned earlier, we're getting ready to start our balancing. So go ahead and find that dristi, that spot on the wall that's not moving. Very good. Come way up on the balls of your toes. Let the right heel find the mat. Let the left leg rise. Hold the tray. Let the left knee fall out. Flex the left foot. Beautiful. Transition into your warrior 3. So you're flying. Really engage that back leg. You got this. Right arm comes up. Find the inside of that left ankle and then press that left foot away and find your dancer. You got this. Remember, you can come in and out. There's no rush. If you fall out, come back in. We lose our balance. That's how we find our balance, is by losing our balance. Now again, the tricky part is not to slingshot out of it. Let the foot come down slowly with control. And then find your footing for your crescent pose. Very good. So we're in our crescent pose now. We're gonna reach up, take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're gonna shine that heart. Bring your shoulder blades, press them together. Come into prayer. And then prayer twist to the right. Nice. So you're twisting from that L spine area. And you maybe want to open up your arms if you can. Nice. Then you want to frame the foot, keeping that back leg off the mat. Press back and straighten. Feel that stretch through the right hamstring. Come forward. Feel the stretch in the left toes. Nice. Press it back. This time flex the foot. Maybe bring the body a little bit closer towards your leg. All optional. And again, stretch those back left toes. Feels so good. Come to the middle. Then gently bring your left knee down. And we're gonna reach up. We're back in our crescent pose. So we're gonna reach up. We're gonna take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring those shoulder blades together. Inhale, prayer twist to the right. Very good. You might want to open your arms. Good. Frame the foot again. We're gonna press back. The right toes are pointed the first go around. Bring it forward, stretch that hip, that left hip flexor feels so good. Bring it back. This time flex the foot. Come forward. And again, if you are working on splits, go ahead and take your split pose here. And then we're gonna heel toe the foot over, let that find pigeon on the right side. So again, we don't wanna be rolling. You could do this on your back, again, if you have any right knee injuries. We're gonna bring our arms out and we're gonna do 3 rolling cobras. So we're gonna bring the body down. We're gonna lead with the nape of the neck. Come up, so your third eye is the last thing to come up. Bring it down, the heart, third eye. Lead with the nape of the neck. And then the last time, bring it down. Lead with the nape of the neck. The third eye is the last thing to come up. Right shoulder dip, look over your left elbow. Beautiful, bring it up. Left shoulder dip, look over the right elbow. Bring it up, fantastic. Now, again, the tricky part, we're gonna put our hands right underneath our shoulders. We're gonna tuck our toes. We're gonna lift everything up at once, keeping that knee bent the whole time. Come into your 3-legged dog, and let's take some hip circles. Doesn't matter which direction. 3 on one side, 3 in one direction. Pause, and then 3 in the other direction. Good. Now straighten the leg. And then bend the knee and find that right elbow. bring it back. Left elbow, and I've got some options for you here if you want to amp up the practice a little bit. And then pigeon right down the middle. Bring it back. Fantastic. So now we're going to go into those spinal waves. So you're going to bend your knees. You're going to roll it forward just 3 times. And once again, if this is not your thing, you can do the push-ups. 2, bring it forward, bend the knees, pull it back. 3, nice. Come to tabletop. Massage the back of the top of your calves. Do it on the back of each one, taking turns using your foot. Should feel good. And so we're going to go ahead and come into our downward facing dog, extended plank, drop plank and hold, press into your cobra, your up dog if it's in your practice, and then just bring it all the way down. We're going to do our back series one more time. So this time your shoulders are in a cactus position, and we're going to lift everything up off the mat. We're going to hold, hold, hold. Great. Release it down. Your arms are in a T position. Lift up. And again, we don't want to press the belly into the mat, so make sure your belly is pulled up as well, and make sure you're breathing. We don't want to out-yoga the breath. And release. Bring your hands down by your side. Your palms are shining up. And lift up. So good. You're strengthening your back. That's fantastic. Now bend your knees, grab onto your ankles, and then press your ankles into your hands. Great for your nice bow pose. Beautiful. Relax that down. Now, as a counter stretch, we're going to do our extended child's pose. Come up, bring the right arm up, thread the needle. Left arm can come up, bring it down. Opposite side. Left arm goes under, right arm goes up. Bring it under. Curl your toes. Back into your downward facing dog. Come way up on your toes. Bend your knees. Look between your hands. Hop or step to the top of the mat. Flat spine, number 7. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise. Hands to heart center. You are doing so great. We're going to move right into our triangle series now. So you're going to step that right leg back. You're going to open your arms, and for warrior 2, you want to make sure you pull your abs in, tuck your tailbone under. With warrior 2, you want to make sure that you take up most of your mat. Your feet are spread pretty wide. If you're not sure how wide, shift your gaze down and make sure you can see your big left toe. If you can, that's great. If not, wiggle that foot forward a little bit. Roll the back right foot out so you're kind of hanging on with the blade of the right foot. Make sure your weight is evenly distributed. Your shoulders are not up by your ears. You're looking out over your your left middle fingers. Pull your abs in and just settle into this position. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, shift forward, and we're going to come down so that your left elbow is right on the inside of your left knee. Look up towards your right thumb if that feels good for you. And the most important thing is you want to make sure your shoulders are stacked and your hips are stacked. Now, if this is too much, you can always rest that elbow on the left knee, but you don't want to dump your weight there. To fire it up a little bit more, we can bring that left arm up, bring the right arm over, Nice. Feel the power using your obliques. Then we're gonna come into neutral, flip the palm over, and do your exalted warrior. Looking up and just reaching up forward. Nice. Come back to neutral. Now we're gonna come into our humble warrior. So you're gonna take that side angle stretch again. Bring the right hand down. And this time your shoulders are not stacked, but level with the floor. Your left shoulder is level with the knee. And another option for this is you can bring that left hand around, clasp behind your back. I love, love, love this stretch. It's a really nice shoulder opener. So from here, we're gonna go into our half moon. So if you know it, go ahead and pop into half moon. So you're just gonna lean forward, put your left fingers down on the mat for some support and balance on that left knee. Now you don't need to hyperextend the left knee. You can have a slight bend in it. So you could just stay here practicing your balance, or you could play with me and we're gonna do 3 Shiva squats. So 1, 2, just bend the knee, bring it down, open it up, last 1, 3, hold here. Now if you're feeling really brave, you could try to take your fingertips off the mat completely and balance. Now the trick is to find the mat nice and gentle. Don't come crashing down with that back leg. And we're gonna come into our triangle pose now. So with triangle, the front leg is now straight, not bent like it was with warrior 2. So the leg is straight, your hand can be here, it could be on your, up by your knee, it could be on your shin, it could be on the floor. It's gonna be different for everyone. Or you could use a block, absolutely, to bring the floor a little bit closer to you. If it feels good to you, look up to your right thumb. And then we're gonna do a reverse triangle. So the right hand comes down to the foot or the floor or a block. Bring the left hand up. Twist from your L-spine area like you're wringing out a sponge. Good. Bring both arms up, bend that front knee, come into your warrior 1, left arm forward, right arm back, warrior 2. Fantastic. Take up your star pose, a little break. So both toes are pointing forward. Now shift direction of the feet so that we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So now your right foot is pointing towards the front of your, back of your mat, and your left toes are angled in slightly. Pull the abs in, shift your gaze down, make sure you can see your big toe. If you can't, just wiggle it out a little bit. Relax the shoulders down, take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, come on over into that side angle that we did on the other side. So again, that elbow is level with the knee. If this is too much, you can rest the elbow on top of the knee, but just don't dump all the weight in it. Look up to your left fingertips if that feels good to you. Nice. If you want to amp it up, you can bring that right arm up and the left arm, so you're framing your face with your arms. Your arms are up by your ears. Yes, it's not easy, is it? Good. Let's come back to neutral. Flip the palm over, reach, and let's do an exalted warrior. Very nice. I love this pose. So now we're gonna come back into that side angle and we're gonna come into our humble warrior. So now the shoulders are level with the right knee. And then, like I said before, an option is to bring the arms clasped behind your back for a nice shoulder opener. From here, we're gonna pop into our half moon. So really push off with that back leg. Let that left arm come up and just really engage that back leg. Pull your abs in. Now you could stay or play. So we're gonna do those 3 Shiva squats. Again, this is all optional. Only if you want to. You could just work on your balance if you prefer. 1 more, or you could fall over like I am right now. And then if you're feeling really brave, you could even take your fingertips up off the mat. And then find the back of the mat. Nice. Don't let the foot come crashing down. Stay nice and controlled. And remember to straighten the front leg this time, because now we're in our triangle pose. So again, your triangle can be here, can be here, can be here, wherever you are. You could use a block. And then we'll go into that reverse triangle. Bringing the right arm up, left arm down. Good. With control, we're gonna come into warrior one. Both arms up. And then into our warrior two. Right arm comes forward, left arm comes back. Fantastic. Take your star shape. Come into your goddess pose. Let's just pulse it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Star again, forward fold. And then take whatever intuitive motion you need here. You can maybe do some side bends. I like to clasp my hands behind my back for a deeper stretch. Or sometimes I like to put my left hand, find my right ankle, reach up with that right arm, and then do the same thing on the other side. Right hand finds left ankle, reach up, but whatever feels good to you. Excellent. Let's bring it back down to the mat one last time, and we're gonna separate our feet, have them in front of us, have our hands just off the mat slightly, so our fingertips are actually off of the mat, so your hands are really wide. Your feet are right in front of you, and we're gonna come into a reverse tabletop. So we're gonna bring the hips up, and you can bring your head back, but don't sling your head back, of course. So this is your tabletop. Now the trick is when you come down, can you keep your bottom up off the mat? Don't let your bottom touch the mat. I know it's tricky. Let's try it again. So come into your tabletop. Come through, try to keep the butt lifted up off the mat. We're gonna try it one more time, and we're gonna pause on that last one, okay? So we're gonna bring it through, hold it up. Now can you lift your right leg? Woo! Can you lift your left leg? Can you lift both legs? Me either. Maybe next time. Take a nice deep breath in as you reach up, and an exhale as you forward fold. Just enjoy this stretch. Be wherever you are. Maybe you need a strap. Maybe you're here. Wherever you are, just enjoy this forward fold. You worked really hard. Let's slow it down. And then we're gonna bring the right leg out, left leg in. We're gonna square our shoulders to that right foot. Come down. Beautiful. Come up. Now square your shoulders stacked on top of each other for a nice side angle, or side stretch, side body stretch. Now take that left hand, put it behind your left hip, right arm goes up, roll up onto your left shin, and just rotate that top arm. Beautiful stretch. Should feel so nice and good. Now let's just do a simple forward fold with the wide legs. And again, it should feel really nice. Don't force anything. Just take what you need here. Beautiful. So same thing on the other side. We're gonna bring the right leg in this time. We're gonna square the shoulders towards that foot. Come down, give it a little hug. Come up, stack your shoulders one on top of the other for a side body stretch. Nice. Bring that right hand down, press your hips up and rotate it around your right shin and circle the left arm around. All right, very good. And this time we're gonna do a cobbler stretch. So just bring your feet together and you can come down if that feels good to you. You can lean back if that feels good to you, whatever feels good for your body. You can open up the feet like you're reading a book. Again, don't force anything. It should feel good. With yoga, the key is consistency, not forcing anything. It's not like regular working out or, weightlifting or anything. The key is to be consistent and gentle, and your body will open up in time. So we're gonna do just 3 last boat pose. So just come into your boat pose. You can have a supported boat here, you could be supported here, or you can just have your hands out. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's open up your boat. Bring it back in. One more. Bring it back in and hold. Last one. Bring it in. Fantastic. You did an amazing job. I am so proud of you. I hope that this has motivated you to come back to the mat and do it every single day. A little bit of yogi wisdom. You don't want to compete with others. What you're really competing with is your procrastination, your negative thoughts, and your comfort zone. Think about that. We'll see you tomorrow. Go in peace. Namaste.